Okay, hello. So we're all set and ready for our seated Pilates and breathwork class. Let's start with just some kind of awareness around where we are in space. Maybe take a look down at your feet if you're sitting in a wheelchair, and make sure your feet are evenly placed on your foot plate or on the floor if you're in a regular chair. If you are in a chair other than a wheelchair, maybe scoot to the forward edge so you can engage your core a little bit more just by sitting upright, not sitting against the chair back. And making sure our knees in front of us are even, so that it just reflects that our hips are not rotated or twisted. So our kneecaps right here are, there's a straight line going across here. One's not pushed forward. Unless you have a long leg. Of course, you know that if you do. And we'll just take a couple breaths here. If you want, you can close your eyes. We're just nice, long, deep inhale. And then big exhale. Noticing maybe where the inhale goes, taking a few breaths like that. And then we shall direct the breath. So let's direct the inhale breath down into the low back, low belly, even pelvis area. So we're going to inhale, and you maybe feel your low belly rise, and see if you can widen in the low back. So if you want to have one hand in the front and one hand in the back, you can do that. So inhaling, just feeling that low back get wide, and then exhaling, maybe feeling the belly draw in, and belly button kind of drawing back towards the spine. So taking a couple more breaths there. And then we'll move our attention, our awareness up into the rib cage, the thoracic area. So from the bottom of the ribs, all the way up to underneath the armpits, or even up to the shoulders. We can think of the ribs come way up here. So we're going to inhale and feel the rib cage really expand, and ribs kind of come apart. And then exhale, just allow the ribs to kind of relax down. And as we breathe into the ribs, you can even think of inhaling and lifting the chest, lifting the heart, lifting the sternum. Keep it lifted as you exhale. And then we're going to just bring some attention into across the collarbones there, from shoulder blade to shoulder blade. Just inhale, get wider there, and then exhale, feel the shoulder blades just sort of relax down the rib cage. So inhale wide, and exhale, relax down the rib cage. And now let's go ahead and inhale, keep your wide chest, and inhale, shrug the shoulders just a little bit up towards the ears, and then exhale, let them relax down. So inhale. So I don't need to have them totally up there, just up enough so that you're still wide and you feel some movement in the shoulder blade along the ribs there. And maybe just notice, where do they feel more comfortable? And it might be up a little bit, right? And it might be just relaxed down. I've kind of just recently been having this discussion with a couple other Pilates instructors, and many times we are trained, we're in a lot of movement disciplines, we are kind of really anchoring and jamming those shoulder blades down all the time. So I want you, I'm kind of wanting you today to really explore, like, where do they feel the most comfortable for you, as long as they're open, okay? So staying nice and open there. Now let's, with the shoulders open, we'll just do a few little head nods. So like you're painting a line in front of you with the end of your nose. So you're kind of drawing the head back on top of the spine and painting that line about a half an inch below your starting point and then above your starting point. So you start to give yourself a double chin, and then you let the chin fall away from that that dropped double chin. Gonna fall up, and feeling the crown of the head really press up towards the sky. Getting as tall as you possibly can. And we're gonna maintain this tall, long, from head to tail alignment. So head reaching up to the ceiling, tail reaching down through your seat. And let's just go into some shoulder rolls now. So we can roll the shoulders forward a little bit and then up, and then squeeze them back and down. So up, back, and down. And move with your breath here. You can inhale up and exhale back and down. And then we're gonna go the other way with those rolls. So again, you can inhale as you bring them forward, exhale as you squeeze back and up. And nice. And then we'll go ahead and find that place where you feel like your shoulders are, again, in that relaxed position. Chest is lifted, you're wide across the collarbones. And we're just gonna bring the right hand up and over, kind of link onto the skull above the ear and ear to shoulder. Yeah. And if you want, you can reach that opposite hand down towards the floor. And then we'll just release up a little bit, bring the ear to that shoulder, and then right ear to right shoulder again. And shrug that shoulder up a little bit, ear to that shoulder, and then shrug down, relax it down. And we can release that hand. And then let's bring, I said, I should have mirrored you guys, but so this is left hand, and then we'll bring the left ear to left shoulder. Everybody has different ranges of movement here. And then we can just release the head and bring the shoulder up into the ear on that right side, and then draw left ear to left shoulder and right fingertips towards the floor. And then again, up. And then left ear to left shoulder. And one more time. And we can release that hand. And let's just do a little, so keeping our head on this long central axis from head to tail, let's just rotate the head right, and then center, and then left and center. Really feeling the head rotating on top of the spine around that axis, which is your spine. Let's go ahead and turn our head. I'll mirror you guys. Let's turn our head to the right and stay and focus on keeping the shoulders wide. Really work the eyes now, eyeballs straining to look over that left shoulder. And then keep the head in that position, but try and bring the eyes forward. Eyeballs straining to look forward and right, and then, or I'm sorry, left. And then bring the eyes back over that shoulder again, that right shoulder. and then bring the eyes forward, and that brings the head forward. So just a little eye work there. So again, making sure our head is on its long central axis, and we'll turn and look over the left shoulder. And eyeballs really looking as far as they can behind you there. And then keep your head in that position, bring your eyes forward and like they're trying to look right. And then bring the eyes back over the left shoulder again. And then bring the eyes forward, which brings the head forward. Nice. And then let's just do some deeper chin tucks and extension. So flexion, extension, the neck. So again, find that little head nod. And then we're gonna look down, like you're gonna either look into your heart or your belly. And then you're gonna look up, and you're gonna look up towards the sky and look up with your heart. And then letting the eyes really, your eyelashes sort of painting the ceiling, the wall, and then the floor. And then looking up, eyelashes. And looking down, eyelashes. And looking up one more time, eyelashes. And eyelashes coming down. It's just a little different quality of movement. All right, so have our nice little neck stretches there. Let's go ahead and now bring the hands on top of the shoulders. And let's bring just the elbows forward. They can touch, and then exhale, pulling apart. So what I'm going to ask you to do today with your shoulder blades is try to keep them on the rib cage pretty flat. So just be aware. So you might move a little more slowly, a little more mindfully than we have in the past, thinking about keeping the shoulder blades flat on the back, just to play with that. And then we're going to come up and do circles, like you're drawing circles with the elbows. Beautiful. And then the other direction, of course. We'll do 3 or 4 here. And breathing, I like to, let's inhale on the way up and exhale out and down. Inhaling. Nice, let's do one more here. Beauteous. And then we'll go ahead and just roll those shoulders back again, and so that the palms are up towards the sky. And we're gonna imagine that perhaps we're in water. We're gonna inhale and just swoosh the water up, and then exhale, palms down, swish the water down, like you're gonna push yourself up out of the water. Inhale, and then exhale, pressing it down. Inhale, reach out the fingertips, maintaining your long central axis here, head on top of the spine. Good, and down, pressing down. Inhale, let's do 3 more. See if you can get taller with each time you bring the arms down, as you press the arms down. And last one here. Nice. Okay, let's bring the left arm just up towards the sky here. And then let this release down as much as you can, so that you're not here, but you're relaxed down. And then we'll just allow it to come down. Let's just bring that same arm up again. Up and then down. And up and then down. This time we'll take it up, inhale it up, and we'll go into just a little side bend. Think about lengthening first, and then you can lean into your chair tire, side bend over, reach through that top arm, and just breathe into these left ribs. So inhale and really expand that rib cage. And exhale, belly button to spine, bring yourself back up. And then over to this right arm. Gonna inhale, just right arm up and just moving it freely without hitching up in the shoulder or the pecs, right? Just the head of the arm bone is rotating back there against the shoulder blade in the back and kind of around the small little cuff area. And then we're gonna stay lifted up there. Good, really reach and long out the crown of the head and side bend, straight side bend over. And take a couple breaths, breathing into this side of the rib cage, trying to expand these ribs. And then take a breath and bring yourself back to sitting nice and tall. Beautiful. Let's take that arm up again. And we're gonna side bend over. So as we side bend, imagine we're staying in between two panes of glass. Okay, we're gonna now reach through that top arm a little more and then exhale, pull the elbow into the waist. Okay, we're gonna inhale, reach, exhale, pull the elbow into the waist. I'm gonna let you guys keep doing those. So as you're moving, if you have the ability to engage and lift this waistline up and over something, then that's our goal, to stay engaged down here and open here. Let's do two more. And then we're gonna reach and then reach to the sky, reach towards the wall to come up to sitting and over to the other side. So we'll bring that right arm up, reach to the sky. Good, grow tall to side bend over. Good, and reach, and then pulling that elbow into the waist. Inhale, reach, exhale, pull. And feeling the shoulder blade actually move here. You're reaching, and that shoulder blade's coming up, and now the shoulder blade's drawing back and down. Let's do two more. And nice, and we'll reach, reaching to the ceiling, to the wall to bring you up. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and bring our elbows in. Actually, we'll bring our, like as if we're holding a block in between our palms here, and elbows close into the side, but wide across the shoulders, right? So as we kind of hug the elbows into the side, we widen even more across the chest. And we're going to inhale as if we're pressing our back of our hand against some resistance here. And then bringing it back to center. So we're going to inhale, press it open. Exhale, back to center. And one more. And then let's flip our palms down. Okay. And same thing. Inhale. And then exhale. Little door openers, external rotation. And then pause, and we'll flip our arms up. And same thing here, open the door. And open the door. And open the door. We'll do one more here. Awesome, awesome. And then do you all have a TheraBand handy? If you don't, it's okay. You can just do another set of what we just did. But it looks like most of you do. Yay. So everyone's got their band, it looks like. Who's gonna get one? Sorry, I'm gonna change that view so I can see you guys better.
What a cute kitty cat.
Do you see my kitty? My little orange kitty? She's a character. Okay, so let's hold on to our band so it kind of wraps around the thumb and our thumbs are able to hitchhike outwards. And we'll have our elbows in that same position. So wide across the collarbone and elbows in, bent at a right angle at your side. Okay, so now we have a little resistance. Give yourself as much slack or not slack as you want. It's nice to start with not a lot of slack because then you really get the initial phase of that movement. So we'll open and we're gonna do 10 and 9. And just keeping that chest lifted, that head on top of the spine. And nice. We'll open and control it back. Open, control it back. Open, control. Good. I completely lost count. Let's do 3 more. So, hold on. It's kind of a thing. Pilates instructors always tend to lose count. It's a thing, right, Cynthia? Good. And good. And we'll pause. Now this time, let's just do our last one and hold it. So hold 2, 3, 4, and 5 and release it. Nice. You can kind of shake your arms out, your shoulders out. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's grab our band now, maybe at a little more of a slack position. And we'll bring that band up to chest level. And we're gonna pull apart. And then back to center. So open. We'll do 10 of those when you guys are ready. You guys all good? Okay, good. So open. Try and really reach out the knuckles if you can. And reach out the crown of the head. Maybe think about having pushing the tongue up onto the roof of your mouth. Well, look who's here.
I don't believe it. Wait, I thought you were going.
Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Whew, those are good for me. I don't know about you guys. So we are going to now, hi Ron Lynn. Join in, grab your band if you can. And so now let's do,
You're muted, Runlin. We can't hear you if you're trying to say something.
So now let's grab our band and maybe you might want to grab it a little bit wider. You can be the judge. So we're just going to lift it all the way up and then over behind us if you're able. Oh, good, you guys. Awesome. And then up and make sure it doesn't get caught on your chair behind you. I've never had that happen, but it happened to me just now. Get up and over. Beautiful. Up and over. Let's just do like 2 more of these. And mostly just range of motion. And nice. Beauteous. Cynthia likes those. Ah, cool. Okay. So now let's anchor our band on the right hand, on the right side. And if you want, you can even kind of, if you want to put it underneath your thigh, you can do that, or you can just use that right hand to anchor it. And we're going to use the left hand and And again, you're gonna have this hitchhiking sort of thumb position. We're just gonna inhale and do a little diagonal pattern here. So lead with the thumb, and you can let your eyes follow that thumb. Inhale, and then exhale, and inhale, and exhale, and inhale. Let's do 2 more. You guys look good. Trying to do it with a straight arm if you're able to. Okay, let's go ahead and switch sides. So with that hitchhiker thumb, and you again can let your eyes follow that moving arm and reach through that diagonal pattern. Reach, trying to keep your hips, your ribs, your shoulders square, and you're really just moving that arm, and the shoulder blade muscles are working. You're opening that chest. And let's do 2 more. Nice, you guys. Sweet, good job. All right, let's go ahead and bring our band now back behind us. So I'm gonna kind of do a little behind view here. Just so you guys can see what I'm doing. So your band, and grab it just about shoulder width if you can, or close to that. And then again, shoulders up, and then let them relax back and down. And then we're just gonna reach the band as far away from us as we can as we lift up. So just lift up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I better turn around and watch you guys. You might not even be doing anything. Let's do 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Now let's do a little elbow bend in there. So now you're gonna hang on to that band, bend the elbow up, and then slide it down. So it's
Lizanne, can you move like a little more forward or maybe a side view? Because
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be great. Thanks.
yes, thank you for asking. So we're here, gonna bend the elbows up backwards. Reach the elbow, point the elbow directly behind you if you can. And you don't have to move in a big range of motion. Just do what you can do. Keep the chest lifted. Keep the head and neck relaxed. And let's do 1, 2 more. And then we'll release that. Awesome. Okay, we can put our band aside for the moment.
I think some of us might have higher backs than you, because I'm not totally sure I did that right. But just for future reference.
Well, it looked like, what kind of chair do you have? Is that what you mean? A chair, your chair back? Yeah. So yeah, your elbows might have been hitting the handles, huh? Yeah. You just can do, yeah, just do the best you can. Always just go back to just the straight arm ones. So now let's go ahead and let's do some things with our legs actually here a little bit today. So I'm going to have you take your left hand and you're going to push it on to your inner thigh on the right side. Okay. And you're going to imagine, I know not everyone has movement in their legs. I don't, but I'm going to pretend I can push my leg into my hand and then push my hand back into my leg. So we're going to push and hold for 3, 2, 1, and then relax. And then again, so you're gonna press the hand into the inner thigh and the inner thigh back into the hand and hold, press, 2, 3, and relax. Let's try that one more time. So we're gonna press, 2, 3, and relax. Good. Okay, let's do the other side. So hand is resting on that inner thigh, and you're going to push the inner thigh into the hand and hand into the inner thigh for holding, 2, 3, and relax. And again, press, press and hold for 3, 2, 1, and relax. One more time. And press for 1, 2, 3, and relax. Good. I'm curious, how is that for everyone? Did you feel like you got some energy in that inner thigh area at all? Cool. Awesome. Cool, cool. So now let's see if we can do the same thing with some hip flexion. So like some of you are going to have a lot of movement, and some of us are not going to have much movement at all, but we still use our lovely imagination. So let's put your left hand on top of your left thigh. And so if you have the ability to move your feet, you can actually think of just push the ball of your foot down, but lift your heel up and think of trying to lift your knee up towards the ceiling, but press down into the thigh, the top of the thigh. So you're going to lift the thigh and press down into the thigh at the same time, and hold, 2, 3, and relax. Good. And doing that again, I'll just watch a few of you. And again, so you're going to press down. Good. And lift that heel up if you're able to. 2, 3, and relax. Good. And one more time. So pressing down with the hand and up with the thigh, the heel, 2, 3, and relax. Good. You might even feel some energy around like in your low belly there when you're doing that. So let's do the other side now. So you're going to push down into that right thigh and think of lifting that right heel if you're able to, and that right knee, and lift and press, 2, 3, and relax. Good. And then again, press down and pull that thigh up. So isometric, 2, 3, and relax. And last time, pressing down and lifting up for 1, 2, 3, and relax. Nice. Kind of a new little fun thing for you all. All right. Yeah, go ahead. Give your legs some energy. Give them some kind of just kind of sliding the hands back and forth on them, because you got a little energy in them just from what we just did, and then that is even more. All right, so now let's actually do a traditional exercise that is a Pilates mat exercise, but we're going to do it in our chair. So it is the hundreds. So we're going to play with that. I want you to think first about where your head is in space, where your head is on your spine. So feel the head on top of the spine, and then shoulders are nice and open. And take a breath, and as you exhale, think about drawing this belly button to spine, or drawing this imaginary corset around the waist. So inhale, and as you exhale, feel that draw together. And you might even want to think about lifting the perineum, lifting the pelvic floor. So see if you have that access, then use it. And if you don't have that access, then imagine that you do. Okay, So we're all working with it. And then we're just gonna allow the hands to come up maybe about 6 to 8 inches away from center. And we're just gonna pump the arms. So we're gonna inhale for 5 counts. And we're gonna exhale for 5 counts. And think about pumping the arms from in between, maybe kind of right about at this level perhaps, and keeping the rest of your body stable. So keeping the torso stable as we pump. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then out. 2, 3, 4, 5. So in 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Let's do one more set of 5 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. And nice. You guys can kind of shake out your arms. So hopefully you kind of found a little contact into your core there, as well as just integrating the arms in there. Let's go ahead now and bring both arms up into, I call it the letter W, or a stick 'em up position here. Okay, you're gonna squeeze those shoulder blades together, and then we're gonna inhale, press like we're pushing a big boulder away from us. And then we're gonna exhale, lower it back down. Gonna inhale, press it up, and then exhale, lower down that heavy boulder. Pretend it's really heavy. So if you are able to lean forward and have a little more, you can have a little more action in your core, then you can have this diagonal line and inhale and then come back. So those of you who have more movement available, I would love to see you try that. Nice, very nice, Ronlyn. Good, inhaling up, exhale, lowering it down. Inhaling up, exhale, lowering it down. Good, let's go ahead and just rest the arms there for a moment. Sweet. And good, good. So let's do a little kind of a wrist internal, external rotation. So I want you to bring your arm in front, so it's in line with your shoulder here, and your hand out like you're gonna tell someone to stop. So if you can, and then we're just gonna rotate, keep the hand flat, and then rotate. Try and just rotate from the arm. So just rotate as much as you can without having the body move. So keep the body still. And nice, and we're gonna rotate, good. Pretending maybe that your hand is like against a wall. Yeah. Nice, let's just do one more down and one more internal. Nice, so holding our hand in that position really kind of works these muscles. I hope you felt that in here, the wrist extensors. So again, we're gonna bring, yeah, go ahead, shake it out. You can rub it out a little bit if you want. And give it some love. Yeah, and then we'll bring the other hand up into that stop in the name of love position. And then we're gonna rotate and rotate. Trying to keep the hand flat. I mean, I have a hard time doing it. So some of you might have a little bit more. Yeah. And you could also do this with your hand resting, maybe not in front of you, but just letting it rest on a tabletop and So I'm resting on my desktop and then just rotate from side to side. So you could try that, Ron Lynn, and you could try it with, you know, your hand in whatever position it is able to be in. But that way you're getting as much movement out of it as possible. All right. So that's probably plenty of those because I took a break and you guys didn't. So go ahead and give yourself a little kind of rub that out there. Awesome. So now let's bring the hands out, doing some out to the side here. And if you can see, hopefully you can see my fingers. I know I've got a lot of stuff in the background there, but so we're going to extend through those fingertips and then bring the pinky to the thumb. So I'm going to do it kind of a close up here, pinky to the thumb, and as if you're wrapping around, you're lengthening those fingers around that ball, and then you're going to extend out. Okay, and then same thing with the ring finger. So you can press and then extend out. So we're going to use both hands at the same time. Good. Now we're going to use the middle finger. Reach around that imaginary ball and then extend out. And then the index finger, reach, touch the thumb and extend out. Let's do that again. Pinky to thumb, press and extend out. And then pinky or ring finger to thumb and extend it out. And then middle finger, press and open. And then thumb to index finger and open. And one more time, a little faster. Pinky, open, ring, open, middle finger, open, and index, open. And we can just do some little wrist circles. And the other way. Good job. And then let's go ahead. And now we're going to do just a little variation on that. So now you're going to reach the pinky towards the palm. So now it's going to look like this. You're going to reach the pinky towards the palm and then drag that pinky finger and extend. Okay, so it's just a little different. So pinky to the palm, drag it along the palm and then extend out. And now the ring finger, press it into the palm and then drag it through and extend out. And then the middle finger, press into the palm and drag it out, extend the fingers. And then the index and extend, and then the thumb, reach across and then extend. So again, pinky and ring, middle, index, and thumb. And one more time, pinky, ring, middle, index, and thumb. Sweet. We can do a couple of wrist circles again. And the other way. Great. Okay, let's go ahead and just finish up with, we're going to do some we've got some extra time. So let's do some a little bit of breaststroke and a little bit of backstroke here. So we're going to bring that left arm up and then reach behind and sweep the water around. So inhale up and then press it around. And you can let your eyes follow that hand. I like to inhale up and exhale, sweep that water forward. And then we're going to go over to your other side. So again, inhale up, reach, and really find as much range of motion here as you're able to. So really, as you inhale up, reach to the sky. Beautiful, you guys. And you can let your eyes follow the hand there if that's in your repertoire. And now we are going to alternate arms. So we're gonna right, left, right, left, right, left. Let me watch you guys. Let's see it. Moving in a range that works for you. You guys look great. Getting that arm up and back and around. Nice. Okay, we'll come back to center. And now we're going to do a little breaststroke motion. So we're going to bring, so with palms facing me, I'm going to bring the arms up, and then overhead, you can bring the thumbs together, and then they're going to glide along your body like they're going to cut your body in half front to back, and then press through. Inhale up, and then exhale, press the water behind you. Inhale up, elbows go wide here. Exhale, press the water behind you. Opening, elbows wide as you draw them down. Okay, let's reverse the motion now. Now that you got that one down. So you're gonna slide the thumbs up the body like you're taking a hat off, and then press down. And then slide like you're taking off a hat, and then all the way down. And inhaling up, exhale out and down. One more, inhaling up and exhale out and down. Nice. Let's just shake up the shoulders, roll them out, kind of give them any kind of motion you want, and then take it even into, I learned this little octopus arms. Is this woman I took this, I have to give her credit, right? Drum class actually, and she like does a little bit of movement, and she calls this octopus arms, and I'm stealing it from her. Octopus arms. Okay, you guys. So let's just finish there today. And thank you so much for showing up and being here and exploring some new movement. Any questions?